it's that time of the year to, start planting the garden again. So first thing I did is I brought up my container that I keep all my seeds in. I keep it down in my cool basement over the winter time to, helps the seeds last longer, I think. And this container pretty much has all the seeds that are like the ones that I saved from last year, and leftover seeds from previous years even. So I just usually bring that up and pick through it and see what it looks like I can reuse this year, and get an idea of what I actually have to order, because I'm getting ready to place my seed order. So this is a good start to get you thinking about summer. So the first thing I did really is I just picked out some of the old lettuce seeds that I had in here, and I'm going to start my first lettuce of the year under the lights. And I got these little plastic grow containers that they've got little cells in there, and I brought up my grow light stand that I made, and got that all ready to go. And this is something that I do every year. In the beginning of the year after Christmas, I just get a batch of lettuce started. So here's some of the old seeds left over from previous years that I'm going to try and use. You don't always get 100% germination, but, it's a good way to use up the old seeds. And, a couple of weeks I'll have my first salad of the year. So first thing I did pretty much was fill up these little cells with potting soil, and then I'm just going to take and wet it down some. I'm going to put some water in there before I start putting the seeds in. I find it's easier to get everything in and packed down. And then I like to, you could just sprinkle the seeds in there and rub them in, but I like to just take a couple with a tweezer and just poke them down in the dirt, and do it that way. It takes me a little longer, but I think it's easier for me to, so I don't get too many seeds in these little cells. So I just put a couple seeds in each cell, and then go back and just pack it down and make sure the seeds are, all covered with dirt. Doesn't take a lot of dirt, but, they should be covered so they don't dry out. And I wound up doing 4 of these little greenhouse trays, I guess they call them. And once they're planted, I just put the tops on the 3 that I have, and then the last one I just put cellophane on and put it under the lights. The lights don't do anything at this time other than create heat, and it makes those little greenhouse things get really warm so the seeds germinate. And about 3 days later, this is what you wind up with, the first lettuce sprouts of the year. And you can pretty much see that not all of them have germinated. Some still are a little bit later that are going to be coming in, another couple days or so. But, this is the start. And in a couple of weeks, I will have my first salad. So in the meantime, my order from Baker Creek Seeds came in. I placed it about a week ago or so, and they ship pretty quick. And I just thought that I'd go through, exactly what I'm ordered and what I'm planning this year. I mean, this isn't everything that I'm planning, but, this is just kind of like the first order that I'd give you an idea of. So these are the seeds that I'll be, planting. And the first one, just, these are the little drying tomatoes, the Principes, and they're really a good drying tomato. We really like them. And then this is their favorite dark tomato that we plant. It's really a great producer with great flavor. And then we always plant the Amish paste. They usually do good. Last year they didn't, though, so I tried a different type of Roma that's got a little more disease resistance this year also that I'm going to be planting. And then I tried some of these little German lunchbox tomatoes. I've never tried them before, but they look pretty good. And then I'm going to try some of these little multicolored grape tomatoes. They look like they'll be a fun tomato to grow, so we'll see how they do. And then they gave me some free seeds. They gave me a sweet green tomato, and then another black tomato, which I tried last year, but I lost them all to blight, so we'll find out. Then I'm trying this new habanada pepper. It's a looks like an habanero, but it's a super sweet pepper, they say. It's brand new this year. And then the old standard California Wonders I do every year, and basically the Anaheims that I do, we enjoy them in chili year round, so we just do them and freeze them. And these red Belgiums are the ones that were really very productive last year, so I'm doing them again. And then these are like a pimiento type pepper that we plant every year. Super sweet, good eating pepper. And these here are really a nice grilling pepper that I had good luck with last year. So figured I'd do them again. Then we're just trying some smaller eggplants this year. We usually do the big ones, but my wife wanted to try some of these smaller varieties. So that's what we'll be doing this year. And then, the standard sugar pie pumpkins, I'll put a couple of them in. And then also the Long Island cheese pumpkins. We had just too many last year, so I'm only going to plant a couple plants this year. They were very productive. And then I tried a new orange butternut this year. I've never tried this one before. This is new. And then just the plain old Waltham butternuts, which I do every year. And they stay, most of the winter in the root cellar. And then I just mix up a couple different varieties of carrots. Basically it's the same ones year after year. And each one's got a little different flavor and, a little different size and texture and stuff. So we just like to, just mix up a couple different varieties. And then they also included a purple one for free. So I'll try that this year. And now cucumbers, I always plant the same cucumbers and market more in the pickling ones. And also the Japanese seedless long ones too, I'll be planting that I have seeds left over from last year. And then, just some of the yellow squash. I got the straight neck ones this year to try. Usually I get the crooked neck. I don't know if the flavor is any different. And, the plain old zucchinis that grow like crazy and they're a staple in every garden. And then my wife likes these long beans, the Chinese long beans, so I got some of them. And the rainbow chard goes in every year also. It's always does good, and we enjoy that. And then you've got your standard basil. I didn't save seeds last year, so I bought a pack this year. And the slow bolt cilantro too. That's a real good one to plant. And then just a selection of lettuces that hopefully I'll be getting in the ground in, another 2 months or so. Just these little gems. We grew them last year, and they did good. They were real tasty little tender leaf. And these Midnight Ruffle. This is a new one. They had some different red varieties this year that we decided to try. So, here's another red one that's a new one for us to try. We'll see how it does. And then this one here is really a good taste and nice fluffy lettuce that we plant all the time. And then, I try to go with some romaine too, because that usually can take the hotter temperatures and, stretch the season out a little bit. And then just a couple different varieties of radishes. Plus I have some packages of last year's seeds left over also that I'll probably mix them all up and plant them together. Then we always plant different types of kale, and this is a just a standard kale that we plant every year. And we also decided to try some Siberian. It's a very small Siberian type kale this year, and also another Russian kale that is a red type kale. So this is all new, and I don't know how it'll be or what it'll taste like. And we always plant these little pak choys too. They're really good in the stir fry. And then I'm also trying some Chinese cabbage this year that I've never grown before, so this will be all new. And then I buy a bigger pack of spinach every year because we love the spinach and spinach salads and stuff. So, that's an easy one to grow. And then my wife wanted to dry some of these Chinese lantern berries, so we decided to plant that. Actually, they threw in some free cabbage seeds too, but I'm not sure what I'll do with them yet. So I just thought I'd share. Here's a couple days later, and the lettuce is getting larger, and pretty soon we'll be having a salad. And I just thought I'd share what seeds that I'm planting this year to give you some kind of an idea of, what my garden's going to be like this summer. And I'm hoping for a good season this year. I'm hoping that my tomatoes survive, unlike last year when everything got the blight. I'm getting dangerously low on tomato sauce and canned tomatoes right now. So anyhow, hope everybody else out there is starting to prepare for their gardens. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe.